this time. Am I the asshole for changing?
What's up, everybody? How's it going? How you doing today? Hope you're doing alright. Lovely Tuesday. It's only 12:30, not getting started too late. Not too bad. Oh. How's everybody doing? Have you honked yet? Free to cam. Dun 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 dun. Should make a little banner or something for it. I don't know why how come that's not. Fresh. I don't know why it's not. Go. Does my voice sound alright? Is my volume good enough? Over the music? It can be hard to tell sometimes. But no one's really there. Let me see. Hey. Holy cow, a bunch of people are stopping by very quickly over on TikTok. Thank you so much. I am watching chat. Please say hello. Thank you so much for stopping by saying hello. Alright. So what are we doing today? Here we go. I'm gonna there's this awesome Chris Perkins used to have this blog back in like 2012 when he was during 4th edition, and like the last post of his blog is a bunch of tips that he learned throughout the years, and I wanted to go through them and like see what you thought about them, or if like any of them still resonate, even though this article's from 2013. But we'll do that in a couple minutes. This one? Yeah. Oh, this one. There we go. Cool. I think that's really all I can do right now. Hey everybody, thank you so much for stopping by over on TikTok. Is the video good at all? How am I doing? Am I choppy? Because I look good on my side, but I don't know what it looks like on your side. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a lot of skipped frames due to encoding lag. That's not good. But ooh, not rendering, it's just the okay. Alrighty then. I just want to view stats, I don't want to. Alright, well, you know what? We'll just forge on ahead. Pew! It's always fun every time. Just don't know why. Why this won't. Like, this needs to reset. There we go. Like, why won't that? I don't know. I guess we'll never figure it out. Let me see something else. Why does it still say 2 out of 3? I don't get it. What we got? It's so weird. I don't understand why that won't, like, they're not. They're not hooked up, right? Like, okay, it shows that I'm live and stuff. So just like, why? Oh well. Figure it out later. Who knows? Maybe something will happen. Okay. Let's get started with Hi, do you remember me? Little Luke, yeah. What's going on? Thanks for stopping by again. I really appreciate it.
The afternoon sun beats down on.
Yeah, pretty good. Just gonna get started here in a minute with some stuff. It's gonna be good times. Thank you for all the likes. Really appreciate that. Okay. Cool. Awesome. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Yeah. Let me see. Awesome sauce. What are you doing today? First I'm gonna go over this old set of DM tips from Chris Perkins from 2013, and then we're gonna play some Legend of Zelda. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, so like this is from the old D&D website. Like, it's so old that I'm getting this from the Wayback Machine, right? It's all the way from 2013. Like, that's how old this thing is. But there's like some pretty good advice in here still. Let's blow this thing up. There we go. There's like still some pretty good advice in here. Where are we at? Oh man. Wow, I wish I could see that better. Nope. There we go. There's that. And then over here. There we go. Cool. All right. So, yeah, this article's all the way from 2013 after Chris has had a couple years writing this blog during 4th edition. There's like some really good stuff in here too. So if you I can share this link in chat. But it's in the way back. It's like it's old. I'll share it in chat, and I'll put it in my Discord too. And then yeah, I'll share it in Discord also. And so essentially, yeah, this is like the last or the second to last blog post for his blog, and he goes over his top 10 DM tips that like really aren't in any particular order. Number 1, honor the social contract. If your players are behind you and behind the game, do them the service of running the campaign fair and square. This is such, it's a good tip. It's a really good way to start a list of 10 tips for every dungeon master. And look at this art too of this dragon is so cool. Number 2, Forget what the rules say about building encounters. A roller coaster needs peaks and valleys to be fun. Design encounters that you think your players will enjoy. Easy encounters can be just as fun and memorable as hard ones, and a TPK doesn't have to spell the end of the campaign. Like, hands down, great advice. You have a combination of easy, medium, hard encounters. Sometimes you might think a hard encounter, but it turns into easy. Maybe an easy encounter it turns hard. Like, it's okay for things to go back and forth or just not the way you thought they were. And like he says here, TPK doesn't have to be the end of the campaign. It could be a beginning of the campaign or the middle of the campaign. You never know. Just, it doesn't have to be the end. It's a great tip. Number 3, look to storytelling giants for inspiration. I'm not talking about other DMs, but rather actors, writers, and directors with a gift for storytelling. I love looking at my favorite books, movies, TV shows for ideas, taking little bits of each and mashing them up together into my own thing. I find that works really well for me in creating something different enough while also allowing me to like understand and be able to better improvise, because if I know NPC or something is a combination of these two characters that I like from popular culture, I know how they're going to talk, how they might react to things and stuff like that, and I find that's easy for me. It may not work for everyone, but it works for me. Number 4, think of 3 big stories. Make them as pillars of your campaign. Let the PC's actions and decisions determine which of these stories becomes important, but keep the other stories moving forward to make your world feel alive. Yeah, this is essentially having multiple fronts and other stuff that is happening in the world around the characters, and so you can have 3 different bad guys doing stuff, but the characters pick one of them, and so the other 2 get to move forward and do things, or maybe just one bad guy has multiple plans in place, because a bad guy isn't just going to have one plan. They're going to have plans on backups, and if they foil one, the others move forward, but there's still a sense of like accomplishment because, you know, the party was able to stop one part of the bad guys. How long have you been DMing? Like 4 years now? Yeah. That sounds about right. Number 5, record everything that happens. If a player says something clever, write it down. If you name a tavern or NPC on the fly, write it down. If the session ends with one character lying face down in a pool of blood with 2 failed death saves, write that down too. Don't trust your memory, it will betray you. I 100%. Every time I'm like, oh, I'll remember, and then 2 months go by because we have a hard time scheduling the next game, and I'm like, where were we? Write it down. It helps so much. I mean, last time I took a photo of like what was going on just so that I would know, I would have something to come back to, and I put that in my notes too. Number 6, let the players bring the food. You have plenty of other things to worry about. Exactly. Like the players could be helping out with scheduling, food, taking their own notes, making maps, keeping a little like journal together for everybody about what's going on. There's a bunch of different ways that the players can help the DM take the load off. Like for sure. Might need to keep that up. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out. Okay. Number 7, do what you must to keep the campaign alive. Sometimes that means swapping out players from time to time. Surround yourself with supportive players and they'll keep the campaign alive for you. Other times that means ditching storylines that aren't going anywhere and taking the plot in a new direction. Exactly. Here's a couple of different things about like in campaign and out of game as well. Like in game, you should be able to, you know, focus on what the characters care about, so move in that direction. But out of game, you know, If you have players that aren't able to make it for a while, it's totally okay to bring somebody else in, or pause the game, or keep playing without them. You know, there's a bunch of different ways to, you know, play a different game for a little bit while until your friend is able to make it back to the main campaign. Bunch of different ways that you can go about doing it, for sure. 8. This is a great one. Lighten up. It's just a game. If you and your players aren't having fun, you're doing something wrong. Don't let the campaign get too dark. D&D offers a welcome reprieve from the doldrums of the real world, or at least it should. Yeah, sometimes having every, you know, situation be morally gray and everybody's wrong and also everybody's right in their own way can be kind of exhausting for a while. Sometimes it's nice to just have a clear bad guy that we can go beat up on. yeah, it's, yep. I knew you agree. Number 9, don't forget to roleplay. It is a role-playing game. Get into character, practice your funny voices. Usually, I urge people to be themselves behind the screen, but don't pass up the chance to be someone else for 5 minutes. Yeah, you don't even necessarily have to make a funny voice, but just pretend to be somebody else for a moment. You know, make decisions in their shoes can be nice to get out of your head for a while, like for sure. You know, roleplay isn't always about voices and accents. There are many good DMs out there that never make a voice, and it doesn't matter. Like, that has nothing to do with a compelling character, a deep character, or a good story. It has nothing to do with the dungeon master making a funny voice or not, or even just a regular voice. Number 10, don't be afraid. Tell your story, let the players tell their stories, and make the most of it. Pull out the big guns, aim high, and don't let up. Not everything will be perfect, but every game session is a new chance to get it right. The only thing you have to fear is running out of ideas, and that will never happen. Yeah, this is great. You just gotta, like, at the end of the day, spending time with your friends around the table making a fun story is what it's all about. So if don't worry too much about something falling flat or not. A lot of the times that's how you're feeling and the players loved it. You can really never know unless you ask them. But every session is a new chance to have fun, and I'm not looking for a 10 out of 10 session. I'm looking for more 8 out of 10 sessions, more 9 out of 10 sessions. How can I get my average from a 6 or 7 to a 7, 8, an 8, 9? I don't like a 10 out of 10. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Just give me more 8s and 9s. And the most important session is the next one. Like, I mean, in the middle of the session, it's that one. But you know, once that one's done, I don't need to be thinking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the end of the campaign. I need to think of the next one right now. How can I make this session fun for my players and fun for me? What do you think? Who knows? Hope everyone's doing all right. I think so. Awesome. Where are we at? Cool. Well, now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna take a little break, and then when we come back, we'll play some. I'm gonna be playing some Zelda. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ograd, if you're still there, still watching. Thank you, I appreciate it. The advent calendar is so fun. Yeah, I love it so much. You know, you can get 10% off from Dice Envy, the company that I got that from, if you use the code Mary10Miss, all capitals, MERRY10MAS. They have some really cool dice sets. What I really love about that, you can get like a 10 set, and it includes a chunky D20 and a chunky D6 and an infinity D4. They're like super nice. I really like them. And their Dice of the Month Club's pretty cool too, not gonna lie. So, thank you so much. Dice calendar, super fun. Yeah, feel it. Totally feel you on that. But yeah, they have some really nice dice. Yeah, a monthly dice sub would be amazing. That would be so cool. Come on, I believe in you. What are you doing? Come on. I'm trying to turn on my Switch. Being weird. Did I turn this on? What? No, don't enter power save mode. I want to play my Switch. Oh. That's why. Dun, 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 dun. That's why it wasn't working. That's better. There we go. There we go. course the software can be played. Come on, silly. What the heck? What's going on? Why is my CPU going crazy? For nothing. Screen manager.